learning to multiply a one-digit number with another one-digit number, you should memorize the multiplication facts. If you do not memorize them, it becomes very hard to multiply. It's very important that you spend a lot of time memorizing the multiplication facts. Let's look at an example of a multiplication problem. We have a 5, and then we have our multiplication symbol here that's like an X, and a 3. So in this problem, we are trying to multiply 5 by 3. Now, I can write this a couple of ways. I can either write it as it is here horizontally in a line like this, and then put my answer over here. Or I can also write my multiplication problems vertically. So I can have my 5 here, and then my multiplication symbol, and my 3 right below it, and then a line underneath. So this is another way of writing a multiplication problem. We don't want to forget in either of these cases to make sure that we have our symbol, our multiplication X symbol, correct. And this, when we see this symbol tells us that we are going to multiply the two numbers around that symbol. We sometimes call this multiplication or multiply, or we can also call it times. So I can either say 5 times 3, 5 times 3, or I can say 5 multiplied by 3, 5 multiplied by 3. If you're working on memorizing your multiplication facts, you probably already know that 5 times 3 equals 15. So I can write my answer here then. If I've written the problem horizontally, I would write my answer, or the product, here in this space to the right of the equal sign. If I've written my problem vertically, I want to write my answer, or my product of the two numbers, underneath. And so I would put my 1 here and my 5 here. And so the answer of 5 times 3 equals 15. And I kind of want to line up my numbers like we've worked on before with addition, lining up my numbers in the ones place, and then this 1 here is in the tens place. So it goes to this side. So 5 times 3 equals 15. Multiplication can also be thought of or worked on using addition. And so if I have a problem like 5 times 3, I could also think of it as 5 added to itself 3 times. So I can say 5 plus 5 plus 5. And I will get my answer. 5 plus 5 is 10. And then add 5 more to that is 15. And you see that we would get the same answer here of 15. However, using addition to do multiplication can be very slow and error prone. And so it's not a good idea to rely on your addition to do multiplication, especially when you get into larger numbers. The best way to do your multiplication is to memorize all of your multiplication facts of one-digit numbers multiplied by the one-digit numbers.